Hello everyone, it's Blazer here for another Games I Bought video, and it's for June 2026, which June was quite a month for the new summer game announcements, because oh boy, did June get off pretty well with their game announcements. Sony had their new State of Play show, which was really good, where it showed new gameplay of that upcoming Wolverine game. And the new God of War as well. The new God of War game looked amazing. Roofway, I think it was called. I can't remember now. Yeah, so I actually did kind of like that one. The Xbox Game Show, Game Announcement Showcase had some really good and some absolute bangers. New Gears of War E-Day. They finally showed off some more of the Gears of War E-Day, so it may ease some worries, but they're still gonna worry some people. I didn't like Gears of War 4 and Gears of War 4 and 5. And alongside new Crazy Taxi and the upcoming remake of Persona 4, and they've finally shown off some gameplay of Persona 4 remake, Revival, and Persona 6, and the announcement of Persona 6. So that's gotten some people, a lot of us, excited. So it was good. Then I watched the PC gaming show, and yeah, it was kind of poor. Other than some bit of Impulse, maybe even like one or two games I kind of liked, which I can't remember. Yeah, the PC gaming show was kind of lame. Future game show kind of fared better. There's like a few game announcements that were decent, but it was and I think Nintendo got one of their bigger game announcement showcases. Oh, what was it? What games did they show? I kind of liked Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, Final Fantasy Disserence being a turn-based game. Yep, that looks good. And the Tales, but most importantly, what I liked throughout all of the Summer Game Fest was Tales of Eternia. I really liked the Tales of Eternia announcement. So it was that was a real, and I can't wait to get my hands on Tales of Eternia Remastered, because I really enjoyed that game back on the PSP, when I got the PSP version. And it does look like a quality remaster than just let's just take an old game and just put it over and do little to improve upon it. This time they actually look like it's got a full remastered treatment, unlike what we gotten with previous remasters, like the Tales of Symphonia remaster and the Tales of Berseria remaster, which didn't need to happen. So, outside of the Summer Game announcements, what have I been doing all of June? Well, I haven't really done much. I haven't done any platinums. Outside, and I'm trying to think now. But I have to complete a game. I've completed Pokemon Red on my Game Boy. I finished Pokemon Red. I finished the fight with I completed the Elite Four fight, and and got Mewtwo. And now, the only thing I need to do is just go around the game and try and collect as many of the Pokemon that exists in this cartridge here, Pokemon Red. I'm not sure if I plan to get Pokemon Blue, but I do plan to get Pokemon Yellow in physical form, because that's the Pokemon game I grew up with the most. So yeah. So that's about all as that I've been completing, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get on with the main event, right? Let's talk about the games I bought for June of 2026, which I haven't bought, but I am going to talk about a little bit about them. Alright, so let's start with the games. So I bought 2 games, both for the PS3, and I bought something for storage as well, which I'll talk about. So the games first. The first game I bought this month is Dragon's Dogma for the PS3. Dragon's Dogma is an action role-playing game from Capcom. And this is a game where you're fighting monsters and enemies and such, going into dungeons. And it had a very unique combat system to it, where you pick one class, pick a class, some weapons and abilities, and the combat is pretty decent. For what little I've played of it, it has got a good combat system. I only played the tutorial to see this game working and get my first unlockable trophy. So but this game's unique feature is that it does allow you to create pawns, basically your allies that you that will fight alongside you, and you can actually and it did have features where you can share pawns to other players online, and I'm not sure this feature still works, because I have heard that eventually, was it 2013 or is it 2014? I can't remember. That they stopped, or 2015, I cannot remember the year, that they eventually stopped all Facebook features on the PS3. But oh well, it was still a very nice feature though for its time, and it's still good. It's still pretty good. I plan to track down Darker Reason as well, which I think it's the expansion version, the expanded version. I'm not sure. I'll have a look online sometime. Right, and the next PS3 game that I got. Sorry, my bad. The next PS3 game I got is Gran Turismo 5, which is a driving racing simulator game of a PlayStation exclusive series, which, other than the Gran Turismo 1, which I had for the PlayStation 1 like many years ago, I never even picked up any of the other Gran Turismo games, and now I'm starting to, because I'm going to hunt down every single PlayStation exclusive. So yeah, Gran Turismo 5 is a racing game. We're doing races, or you're doing tests to improve your driving license, to buy other cars, and take on harder tracks. This is a good one, and I've only played like a small bit of it. But boy, was this game quite a nightmare to install. This game takes up like over like 8 gig, or is it 16 gig of your PS3's hard drive or something. So yeah, I had to uninstall a lot of it just to install the damn thing. So yeah, quite of a nuisance really. Alright, so the last thing that I got that I bought this month and this is something that I've been wanting to find for quite some time, and that is a little storage container. And you're probably thinking, what's the storage container doing here like that? Well, this little storage container is what I'm using to store all my Game Boy Advance accessories. So I got this little glow guard, spare light magnifier, which is utterly crap in my opinion. Spare plugs and my plugs. The plug that I'm using for my my old battery hand grip, my Joytech my old Joytech hand battery grip, which I'm planning to give to my brothers to see if they can change the battery on this, because the battery on this could be dead inside and it's not charging up. It still works, yeah, but it just doesn't charge up anymore. So I'm planning to like hold on to this and just see if I can give it to my bros or something. Then I got spare cables, you know, for my battery, for my battery bank, which is what I've used to power this sucker on. So yeah, it's a very neat little thing I bought. I only bought it for like £1 or so. I just kind of saw this when I was in Poundland. It made it look cheap as hell, but and I could have gone for a bigger one, but oh well, I only went with what they had. Alright, so yeah, so that is going to be it. So that is all of that, and I've been wanting these storage containers for a while. So I've got one that's going to be for my Game Boy Advance accessories. So any of my Game Boy Advance accessories I get, they go in here. And while we're on the subject of storage containers and storage containers stuff, I'm going to talk about what I've been doing, what I've also been doing, or reorganizing some of my storage stuff. So recently I've been storing some of my bags for things. So for example, for this one here that I bought for the Nintendo Switch, I've used this for my DS Lite. So right in here, there's my DS Lite. That's in here. So I got my DS Lite in here, and also the stylus that I also have got in here. And I think in here there's not much. And I think in this other one there's not much. There's just my DS Lite case. There's my DS Lite case and cleaner, and I think a cartridge in there as well. Cartridge or two in there as well. So that's that one. And then there's this big one which I got from my PSP. I could have bought one that's smaller, but there wasn't much, and I only bought with what they had. This may not be the biggest suitable one for my PSP, but here we go. Open it up, and here you go. Unveil that to reveal my PSP 2000 with its right hand grip inside. Yeah, I bought this just so I can take my PSP anywhere. And I've also reorganized the PSP box so I can put my cables, car charger, and such. Yep, all looking good. Alright, and I'll move that to the side. And then here's obviously the Charizard Game Boy 1. And here's my Charizard Switch 1, which I'm also using for my Game Boy. Where I'm using this to store don't need any cloth, something. Yep, there's a cloth. But also my my Game Boy cartridges and such. So if I want to clean my Game Boy screen, yeah, and such, and also want to take my Game Boy on the go, yeah, that's all there. So that was why I bought all of these. Yeah, to reorganize and retidy my shelf. And I'm planning to get one for my 2DS XL, which I'm gonna look online if they've got a Switch storage bag that I can buy to put my 2DS XL in with its hand grip inside. So I've got the a grip for my 2DS XL, which I'm using. Yep, which is this one, which I plan to keep it in with its hand grip. So that is all. So that is all I bought, and that is what I've been doing the past month of June. Besides watching the summer game announcements and some Split Gear Arena Reloaded in between, and trying out new PlayStation Plus games. And I'm glad it's cooled down a little bit now, but who knows in July when it's gonna warm up again. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to go this while it's cooling down and do it. This video and just explain about what I've been doing. Now I do have some announcements I have to make. Now you will remember that GameSpot made the announcement that they're stopping user-generated content and moving to an all-new GameSpot site, and they shut down the old GameSpot site, including all their forum pages. So nobody's allowed to comment, so nobody's allowed to make forum pages anymore on GameSpot. So I've made the decision now to leave GameSpot forever. And I'm very sad. It's sad, really, because GameSpot was a really good site for me to make my game reviews on. So, and I've made like loads of game reviews on their page, from basic standard game reviews to top 10s to game blogs. Yeah, I was doing a lot on that site. And yeah, sure, that may have fallen back slowed down like considerably because I'm playing other games and I'm still sorting my crap out, but still I was a good reviewer on that GameSpot site. And now history is history, and now GameSpot has moved on, and now they've more or less killed their community at this point. So I've made the decision that I'm leaving GameSpot now, and that's just how it's gonna be now. No more GameSpot for me, and I'm going to be looking looking into a new site for me to start working on game review blogs again. So I am going to be taking a couple of days off from reviewing games to find a website that is capable of allowing me to make professional game reviews and top 10s and also gaming blogs with images and other things I want to do on it. And another thing that I have been doing also is I have been working on my new profile icon and channel profile portrait as well that I'm going to use as well. So you're going to likely see an all new look on my channel with an all new avatar, an all new background and an all new overall look on my new channel, or what website that I end up making. So that is going to be my plan. So that's going to be my plan throughout July of 2026. I'm working on my new profile icons and portraits, and also taking the time to see which ones I'm happy with before I finalize everything and publish it. So that is my plan. That's my plan. And also my other plan is I am going to continue to buy cheap physical games because I wanted to start saving up for a backlit Game Boy Advance, and if I can find one. And I know possibly these backlit Game Boy Advances could possibly be like 150 or so, 150 pounds ish. Which I'm really looking to find one of them. And I know they're on eBay or on something like that. But I'm hoping to find, if I can find one that is available like on foot, or if I can find one on Amazon. Or something. Because I really would like a backlit Game Boy Advance console, because that is going to be my biggest long-term goal of having my ultimate Game Boy Advance setup for Game Boy gaming. Because I do want to do Game Boy games. So that is going to be it for this video. It is a short video because I didn't buy much. But then again, I'm buying only cheap games because I want to start saving up my money for my backlit Game Boy Advance, and also taking some time to work on my new profile and other stuff. I have scheduled all of my Splitgate Arena Reloaded videos, so all of those are going to be uploaded one day at a time. And by the time you see all of them, by the time somewhere in between middle of July, all of them would have been uploaded, and I'll continue to get on Splitgate Arena Reloaded when a new map shows up or a new feature playlist shows up. So I know that 10.7 Games has been supporting Splitgate 2 Arena Reloaded. You know, they've got their new game Impulse, which I haven't been able to check out yet because it's not a free-to-play game yet. At least not yet, anyway. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. So, hope you all enjoyed this video. Give it a comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my other videos that I have on my YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.